Okay, in this video I would like to show you how our template builder works. So to get to the template builder, you would just go to My Templates on the left menu. This is where you can integrate forms from the resource store. This is where you would find them afterwards, and this is where you can create your own. Up here you can filter your forms by created by me or by purchased, depending on what you want to do. So let's just quickly go into a template so you can kind of see what the final version looks like. So SBAR is a very common template used by nurses. This is kind of what it will look like. Over here on the right is how it'll look like when you pull it up on a chart. So let's go back. When you purchase a template from the store, you are not able to edit it, but when you create a template like we will today, you are able to edit it in the future. So there's two tabs. I hit that new button there, and there's two tabs here. There's the template and the builder. So the template part is where you name your file, and if you want to share it with the resource store, which is how you would share it with the rest of your team if you were working in a clinic. And then the builder is where you actually build the form, and when you click back into template, it'll show you the preview of how that form will look like. So we'll just call it basic form today. And you can have different search tags. So let's say we want our basic form to be used by occupational therapists and physical therapists. That's a different way to look it up. And you can also put the title in here as well for the resource store. So basic form. The type here is just another way for people to find the work that you've done, and if you've shared it with the resource store, and it's another way too if you've got a lot of templates going on how to find what you're doing. So let's say that this is a visit record. Where you want to share it with all professions in the resource store. And hey guys, this is a basic form to use in your private practice. And then you would click publish when you are ready. So we'll do that once we build our form. So here's the builder in this other tab here. So template first, builder second. And all of these fields are all of the different things that you can add. So we can add a title, and then over here on the right hand side is where we would put that basic form, and you can see over here it puts the title in over here, and that's how you can modify it. Let's add a couple single lines, multi-line, number. Let's actually add a little bit of everything so you can see how it all works, and we'll add the file at the bottom. So I've clicked on absolutely everything that we have for our template builder and added it to our form here. Once everything is added, you can grab and click, and then you can drag. Let's see if I can get it to work. You can drag it if you've got it in a different spot than you want it to be. So let's drag this down low. Okay, so over here now in the label properties, we can change it, and then you can also put in a hint, and that is just like things to cue the people as to what you want them to be putting or what you should be putting into that field. I use this a ton with my different larger assessment forms as a way to remind me about a theory that I based the form on, or sort of like examples of different conditions or issues that the client might be having that I'm looking for in that area. You can put anything you want in here because you don't have to publish to the resource store. You can just keep these forms private, so you can really put anything you want in these hints, and you can label things how you like. The label will show up when you publish the form to PDF. So if you're printing off reports or sharing them, that will show up here. But these hints, as long as you've put stuff in the boxes, they will not show up. And I think if you leave it blank, I don't think it prints it on the PDF either. So the difference between a single line text and a multi-line text is exactly what it sounds like. One has one line, one has multiple lines. So if you have information that's going to spill over one line, you're going to want to use the multi-line text so that all of the information shows up. This is mostly what I'm using when I'm building my forms for filling in the blanks kind of thing. So that's really easy. A number field has a little bit, so actually let's go back to this multi-line text. See over here, there's a new indicator, rows. You can increase the amount of rows, and it up to 9 it looks like, and that's how many rows you can have maximum, and you can bring it back down to 1, but if you're gonna have 1 anyways, you might as well just have a single line of text. So you can make it as big as small as you want. Now let's go to the number field. So number, again, label, hint text, how many decimal units do you want, units and measurement are all on here. So if a person tries to put text into this field, it won't work. Okay. So those are text fields, number fields. You can have radio. Sorry, this is a checkbox function, so you can change it to whatever you like. The client wore a blue shirt, let's say, and then it's just an easy checkbox. And you are able to pre-check functions. So if something is frequently correct, then you can just have it pre-checked and you have to uncheck it. This is all about saving time for you. Radio is the next one. So you can have as many options as you want, and you can just add them here. You can add pictures to the options as well. And the difference between a checkbox and a radio is radios only allow you to have one option selected at a time. Okay, so this checkbox, we can add more checkboxes, and both of them can be checked off. Let's drag this one up. Both of them can be checked off at the same time, whereas in a radio group here, only one option can be selected at a time. So let's go into the next one here. The next one is our drop-down boxes, or it's called a select in the menu. Again, you can add as many values as you like. Over here, there is no picture function here, obviously, because it's a text drop-down that you have to grab from, so there wouldn't be room for pictures. The next one is a photo option, so it's a little bit different from the file option. These work differently, and they have different capacities on the file that you can upload. So if you're going to be using media, the media is displayed in the EHIS program after it's been uploaded, whereas the files are not. So you can store as many files as you like on the system, and it will store them for you, but it will not display them the same way that a picture or a scan is displayed into the system. Okay, so up here you can change the name of the upload for that, and again here you can change the name of that label to indicate what you want uploaded. The last one to talk about is the table function. You can add rows, and you can add columns here. See how that works? So you got 4 now, 4 and 4. So you can add rows and columns that way. You can do a fixed table, or you can leave it where it is more flexible, and you can put in values. And then they show up at the top. You can also put in values right into here as well, and it will hold that information too. So if you do need to make a table that has headers and titles for the rows, that also works. Okay, so that is how that builder works, and we can say save, and we get brought back to where we are building. And so look over here on this side, there's also another indicator. See these shopping carts? That means we got the form from the resource store. The one with the happy face means that you built it. And now we're back into that template, that front page. Oopsie. That front page, and here is what the form will look like when you're using it with your charts, and you can make it however you want. I hope this video was helpful. Looks like I'm running out of battery, so I better stop chatting, and we will see you in the next video.